No, now my batteries are low in real life. This is bullshit. I'm glad I can do that. No, that's not what I wanted. Also, you can't charge controllers. How far away is the PS4 again? Enough that if I play like this, with arms outstretched and body to the side, I can charge my controller and play game at the same time. Fuck me. Does it actually jump? It do. Here, let me try to... It's not a great jump, but it do jump. Boing. 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 It's not a great jump. I've never heard that one before. Yeah, so this is basically like Sam screaming into the void is basically just like a ping system. Like, if there's players in the area, another Sam will answer you. What do you mean, donk? Donk? Maybe I have to use the front door. Well, that's clearly not the front door. Keep on keeping on. Yeah! Yeah, I stole a truck! Also, that was the first time I ever engaged in, like, serious combat. Like, some serious combat in this game. And I can't believe that Death Stranding did Breath of the Wild combat better than Breath of the Wild. Where like, the point of Breath of the Wild, kind of, was, like, weapons could explode and create these moments of, like, high energy where you're, like, scrambling to grab a weapon. Where in this game, you have to either, like, scrounge for a case or just, like, take something off your back and slap a dude with it. If you want that damage, you gotta slap him with a crate.
Sam, I've added a reverse trike to the list of supplies you can fabricate. Lake Knot said he was kind enough to provide.
How does the game feel compared to MGS5? So, the controls are a bit awkward if you haven't been noticing. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to long range trike. What do you mean long range strike? What does that mean? So, general movement feels very similar to MGS5, like the way the character kind of like leans and turns, and how you can't like really perfectly turn on a dime, but like other than trying to get characters to like shimmy sham and do some like really precise movements, it feels good. It doesn't feel very video gamey, I think, is what I'm trying to get at. There's like a real momentum to the character. There's a real feeling of, I guess that's the best word I could use for it, is just momentum. I tried to talk to a friend of mine about Death Stranding, and he asked me, you know, what I thought about it. Oh, it's a great game. It's just like this weird like UPS guy simulator. You just go from point A to point B, and you bring some stuff with you. And it was like, oh, okay. So, like, what makes it exciting? And I was like, you know, the exciting stuff is the moment-to-moment stuff. It's, you know, stumbling while you're carrying heavy stuff in an area with rocky cliffs, and you might fall, and you might just die, and all this other stuff. He was like, all right, tell me an interesting thing that happened to you while you were playing. And I was like, like, I just couldn't think of anything like super interesting to like describe. Well, I could think of one thing, and I'll give you the anecdote in just a second here. I think it's purposeful that Hideo Kojima made this game that I can't imagine is super interesting to watch. It's not super interesting to talk about the moment-to-moment stuff, but when you're in the moment, it feels good. The one interesting thing that I told him, by the way, was I was getting chased in a mountainous area by those guys who try to steal packages, the mules. And I was so surprised that these enemies were, like, chasing after me in the rocky cliffs. I booted one of them with my melee attack, and he kind of, like, fell down the cliffs. and then I stole his package and I threw it at the other guy, like in the middle of like scrambling up a ledge, and both of them started tumbling down the mountain. And it was like the funniest and like coolest in the moment decision I ever made. The fact that the enemies were having trouble climbing the mountain that I just tried to climb, the fact that like I kicked the guy so hard that he left his package like floating in the air for a brief second, and on the screen it flashes like, put this on your back, grab it with one of your hands, like what are you gonna do with this package that's just floating there, because you're in like Matrix time slow mode. And like I made the decision to just yank it out of the air and throw it at the other guy. Like, felt really fun and interesting. It felt a little drawn out at the very start of the game. At the very start of the game, it's like a 3-hour long movie. Did he just wink at me? You motherfucker. Characters talk a lot in this game. They talk an awful lot. It kind of wore me down a little bit. I feel so much more invigorated. I spent a chunk of today, actually, just playing on my own, doing side stuff. I accidentally did some story stuff. I'll talk about that in a second. But I did, mostly non-story stuff, and the game felt great because there wasn't any period where I had to talk to anyone and just listen to them talk for forever. I did like my first story quest. I unlocked like the first new area, that second star on the list, like from the right, the second big one. I got to that spot, and the game wanted me to accept another new quest from that guy, and then go to the second and third star, or the third and the fourth star on that list, so I can bring him into the network. When they said, "Oh, you gotta go bring him onto the chiral network," I was like, "All right, dude, I'll go do that right now." So like, I grabbed a couple packages that needed to go there. I loaded up, and I walked there. I spent the time to walk to both locations, and both times that I got there, the game wouldn't let me just stick my necklace and bring him into the chiral network because I didn't accept the quest to do that. I made the trek, and oh god, it fucking sucked, because I made the trek all the way through the like whole first area, got to the end, and the game was like, "Nope, you didn't accept the quest. You can't do that thing." And I had to just like shrug my shoulders and go like, "Okay, I guess." And so I had to make that journey, like once to get there and find out that I couldn't do it, once back, and another way through, and that whole series of events took like an hour to get done. It was just a big time waster. Do I know if any of the talking is skippable? You can actually skip the talking, and that's actually another thing I was going to get into. Skipping dialogue actually feels kind of weird. If it's non-cutscene dialogue, if you press X, instead of skipping to the next line, the character stops talking. The text stays on screen until you press X again. So every line of text that you want to skip, you have to tap twice to skip a line of text if you want to skip it. If it's a cutscene, you can just skip it, which I'm starting to utilize a whole lot more, because it feels like everything has like a quick 5-second cutscene. Every time I make a package delivery, I loaded I have to watch a cutscene of Sam putting the boxes on the conveyor belt, sliding all the stuff out, sorting it, and then it comes back, and then the guy's like, "Wow, thank you for bringing me my porn collection. I was missing this dearly. How's it going, Sam? How's your dead mother? Would you like to talk about the weather? Well, I'll see you around." I'm just like skipping most of that now. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna leave it off on right now. I wish it was more clear when the truck was full of cargo and you couldn't load anymore. I feel like the baby doesn't actually play too big of a role. I saw the trailer and I saw the features and stuff like that, and I thought I would basically be like cradling this fucking baby in my arms like every 3 seconds because it gets stressed out. But I've only had to do that once, and the baby gets happier, like gets maxed out happiness whenever you bring it to one of these stations to rest. And the game encourages you to rest every once in a while because you permanently lose stamina until you do. Plus you get free piss, shit, and sweat grenades. And I'm going to talk about, hey, I did some story stuff on accident, and I can't tell you what it was because I don't know what it is. Because for some fucking reason, I accidentally started the story stuff because I wanted to get close to the railing and look at the boat, and I was carrying a shit ton of cargo, and I accidentally stumbled into like the cutscene zone, and the game was just like, "All right, guess what, fucker? It's time to get on the boat." And I was like, "No, I don't want to be on the boat." And it was too late. Let's watch this cutscene. So I accidentally stumbled into cutscene town, And like the genius I am, I thought it would be a brilliant idea if I just skipped all the cutscenes. So, what I know is, I found Troy Baker. He made fun of me. He's got some sort of connection with Fragile. He threw a squid at me, and I beat the squid. I got put on a boat. Me and Fragile talked a little bit. I don't know what about, and now I'm here. I don't know anything that happened besides those things, because I was like, I watched 5 seconds of cutscene. I was like, I don't need to know what happens here. I didn't want this to happen, and I just skipped through. So, you guys know what's been happening as much as I do. Carry by hand. Right hand, carry by hand, left hand. Confirm. I actually can't carry this, it's way too heavy. But that's what the truck's for. As soon as I'm done turning. There we go. Perfect. And it's only now that I realize that I could have just I could have just put it in the cargo bit from this menu. Add materials. Confirm. Holy. Hell yeah. Let's go driving. Let's go. This is nutty. The fact that I basically just get to ignore enemy territory because I'm on a highway. I love that this isn't even my truck. I'm just like using it. A road you rebuilt was used by someone else. Look at all those things I'm doing, dude. People love roads. Can I anchor this? Is that allowed? No, it's not. It's road construction. No, it is allowed. Any structures built on ground set aside for road construction will be dismantled when that stretch of road is rebuilt. None of the resources used to build or upgrade will return to you. You may, however, earn a few likes by way of compensation. Cool. Boy, dare. There's a ladder right over there. I'll be fine. It's fine. I wasn't carrying anything particularly fragile. That's why I that's why I offloaded everything. Hey, Beb. Hey, Beb. Done cry, guy. And now my PlayStation light is turning from red to green. Now it's blue. We're good. You can turn off all this player-made stuff. I'm pretty sure you can just by not connecting to the internet, but I also assume that it's kind of like part of the experience that you leave behind ladders and other players leave behind ladders for you. Like, by virtue of helping yourself, you're helping other players and vice versa. Can I make this jump? Read us! Are we gonna commit a crime? We're gonna commit a crime. See ya, nerds. Can't stop me. I've got a highway. Thank you. What? Hey, buddy, you're on electricity fire right now? What the fuck does that mean? Prototype delivery bot part A.
Make sure you carry pizzas properly at all times. If you do something stupid, like turn it on its side, you'll ruin it.
Freshly baked get well pizza topped with ham. Alright guys, I guess we're playing Spider-Man 2 now. Deliver the pizza before it gets cold. Alright, let's Speedy Gonzales this bullshit. Okay, now we're out of the chiral network. That should be the guy's house right there. Awfully big truck to be carrying pizzas in. Pizza. Here's your pizza. That's a speedy pizza delivery, no matter what world you live in. Man, having a car really smooths out this whole process, doesn't it? I'm glad I stole it.
Get on the delivery terminal. I'll walk you through how to use the bots. And don't worry, I'll keep an eye on things from over here.
I get to pilot bots. So... Oh. It's just a little dude. This is Metal Gear as fuck. Go get him, Tiger. Why is this robot having more fun than I am? I hate robots now. And it doesn't help that every once in a while the game's just like, Sam's tired. You gotta take a break. So time can progress and stuff. Nikki. Who's using my shower? You can't show this on Twitch. Get this out of here. Kojima. You can't just do that. Just like walk up, like press your face against the glass and be like, nah, I'm over here now.
Sorry, didn't mean to startle you. You were sleeping when I dropped by. Thanks for the shower.
Right.
Normal people don't do this. Oh fuck, I didn't drink the Monster Energy. I'm an idiot. I'll do it next time. Wah. Skip. I did it! Eat ass eaters. Oh, I'm glad I looked where I was going. No, I'm too young to die. I want out.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons.
That sucked.
Alright, there's all that business out of the way.
God, this game is bonkers. I can't believe I was able to salvage that. Are you kidding me?
This jump looks a bit much, but I'm gonna try it. Come on! Oh shit.
Yeah! Hey, that cargo actually wasn't damaged all that bad. What the fuck? I didn't see the furry art last time I was here. Why is there furry art here? Did I lose yet another bike? It's just in the ravine and I don't want to bother driving it out. It's fine though.
Next time I play this, I'm definitely gonna do more story content.
Thank you kindly, Sam. I'll treasure it.
Because I didn't do that last time. Or I didn't do that much of that this time.